They'll never expect it back.
All right, here we go. Hopefully my computer will cooperate with us for the rest of the night. I'm not quite sure why that's all of a sudden started to chew up all of my CPU on this machine. That's really weird. First time it's ever done that, so. But anyway, it should be okay here, I hope.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, pull a beer out of the world, would you? Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
After everything has happened, yeah, hell yeah, I'd be the leader.
Thanks so much.
Everyone else.
All right. So Petra, you just your turn.
Just use my turn. Yep. Just go right over there. Oh, man, I'm gonna get her cut in half by a giant.
Giants fire to left.
Oh, he's gone already?
Both sides.
One and the other.
Grab some sprites. I like took a shot and then went to drink a beer and then burp and had the more shot come back up and almost threw it up. The burp hit so far that I really gagged.
You see the bears are now kind of just bears are moving towards you, stalking, basically.
Hey now, bait them away the fuck out of here. Hey now, hey. Just kidding. Go where you gotta go.
Where's Jordan? Take us way fetch here.
Keep on.
The bear takes a swipe at Petra. You want to uncanny dodge the bite?
Yes, please.
Wow,
Uncanny dodge.
it's uncanny how she keeps doing that.
It's organic.
I think at this point it would just be canny.
Uncanny cool.
Take 4 points of damage from the bite.
Okay, that's fine.
It's going to make a swipe at you with its claws.
Okay.
Also hit.
Big and a poke.
For 12 points of damage.
Okay.
So the bait, if you guys see the bear comes up and just take her, right, leans in and bites Petra on the shoulder, and then the claws just right across her chest.
We're not there.
Yeah, no. I mean, all these people are gone, yeah? Probably hear the sounds of something being savage.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's a hundred feet away.
Greg, you hear
Oh, this is happening while
after,
he's.
after you guys left,
Oh, so Greg and Mel's the one that's left. Okay.
Yeah.
I was say we all went up.
and Theaster followed,
Yeah. So did this guy.
and they all.
Yeah. King, Queen, Oni, Arvesh, Theastra, Gaer all went down to go see Arvesh's mama.
Just kill.
We just had to fight the polar bears. When I finally get to meet my mother.
Listen, I was just thinking about that.
What if our best mother wants some polar bears?
I was trying to think of
Arvesh, I actually became friends with all of them. They want you to study them. Don't you have like ranger stuff?
Yeah.
You don't happen to have any of the animal ranger stuff, do you? You get like spells.
Bear comes. The bear, one of the two bears that you hit with your fire breath actually turns and comes running. And just comes to this like a hull, bites into your arm,
Okay.
and tries to slash at you with its claws.
Oh, that's a cool animation. 17 points as an unfortunate monkey.
Well, this is now a troubling situation. We are here.
My spell is invisibility is concentration. I guess I'm part of my Petra, it's your turn.
Once you fight
It's my turn to repeat.
once you make
Yeah.
an attack or cast it,
I'm gonna disengage
whether or not you press.
as a bonus action. Gonna
Okay.
move through the curtain.
Sneak attack.
30 feet.
30.
You don't have any magic. Oh, no, that was the only.
Yeah. Right there. And I'm going to. I'm going to draw my bow, draw an arrow, and I'm going to pull my action until I see an enemy thing come through the curtain. Will probably be a bear, but I don't know. It could be something else.
Bears are super trained, they don't come through.
Yep.
Those table scraps have to go through the curtain and then make it.
They'll just sit like dogs. Just like. Alright. Next return.
Oh, hey, it came through!
Ah!
What are the
come
odds?
through.
What are the odds?
Ah! Okay,
Take the shot!
okay, yeah. Ooh-wee, 27 to hit.
Alright.
Ooh-wee. And, it's not surprised or nothing, so let's just take this. 9 points of piercing damage. And I will take my other extra attack.
It's a take.
Each to attack is a 29 to hit for another 9 points.
Nice.
of damage.
Solid chunk.
Alright.
Hello there.
The two arrows like hit the two shoulders. It's like it's still gonna charge forward.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Dragobel, you hear all that's going on.
May I participate?
When it rolls right up, I get your sneak attack on it.
Roll your initiative. Or you already rolled.
24.
Nice.
Well done.
Sounds a quick fun.
That's easy. Cool ones.
A lot better than what I remember.
Oh my god!
You rolled 1 for me too.
Make out for that +5 and the .2 and all of them.
After she falls, well, but
After they all come down, yeah.
all you gotta do is kick over the table. Kidding, it's a giant-sized table.
Oh yeah, and it also is on fire. You set it on fire.
Oh,
Yeah, you set it on fire.
I did.
Charred.
Yeah.
Burning.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's kind of
the curtains.
done.
The curtains over here are probably burned.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Great.
this guy.
Dragobel.
All three.
All right, Pat, cool. Hearing this, I'm going to sneak around the corner right here. All right, going to get a little look.
Oh,
How's it? I'm going to give him a little, how's your uncle? I think. So I'm like at the corner, Pat. I'm like this, just kind of, oh,
Yep.
fuck. All right, cool. I'm going to take a shot at this guy right here.
Alright.
Does a 25 hit?
That definitely is.
Cool. And I get sneak attack.
Yes, you.
We don't have enough d6s.
Oh, we do.
I get 7.
we do.
Okay, I got 3. I get 7 plus 1 more. 3 because my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 because my lower than has 6. Here we go, big.
Oh, he didn't. He had one of them. He had one of the games one time.
6, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 24, 27 hit points on that guy.
What?
Oh wait, 27 plus my base
Your dex.
dex of 4, so 31.
Ow! Damn! Yeah. Rolled.
Solid.
So,
Like most of my hits.
as the bear is coming towards Petra, and you shoot, and the bolt, you just hear the thing. And he starts choking, and the bolt goes straight into his mouth.
That's
hit
cool.
the back of his throat.
Would you put me back here, Pat?
I certainly will.
And then cunning action hide.
Yeah, I guess not kidding.
Pat. Fucking, it's hot today.
Yeah, you're rolling well.
29. Wow.
Don's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
You can stay here. Is this someone else's guy? He's rolling well. Tell him my thanks and my apologies. When he gets home.
He's gonna come on Wednesday and start rolling and have to drink more Malort because you touched his dice.
Or my lord.
Oh yeah, he's got a problem with that Malort. He's rolled a lot.
Yeah, he's
And it, well, before we had
he is well acquainted with the Malort.
we're on episode like 13.
Is this the second bottle?
No, so before we had the Malort, he's a friend of the brandy and the rum that we have down there.
What? He's min-maxing the liquor chest.
Yeah.
Right, Petra.
Okay, well, I see that thing has gotten shot by a crossbow. How certain am I that my girlfriend is going to get that? But I probably didn't.
All you saw was a small hand crossbow dart.
Little bolt.
I mean, it's a fair assumption. Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move back. 5, 10, 20, 30. Right there.
Give me a perception check.
Oh goodness. Okay. This will be fine. Yeah. 26.
What's your stealth?
29.
You don't see him.
No, what the?
You don't see anybody.
Ghost.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I'm there and heck yeah. I'm gonna. Okay, which one is dead right now? This one?
I shot this one.
Okay. Did you kill? No? Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna take a shot at that one then.
But however, you and that bear are wounded.
Oh,
Almost 50%.
which means what?
Hey, bloodlusting.
Nothing. It's just putting a condition on you on the board so you can see that those particular ones are wounded.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Ben. Thank you, sir.
Very hard.
That's handy.
So I'm okay. I'm gonna shoot that one. Natural 20.
That's 20!
20! Everybody gets a whole bunch of gold. Give them a whole bunch of gold.
Okay.
Hold on.
A whole bunch. For all those, for
Okay.
the crap that's been going on.
So for damage, should I just do the max 8 plus whatever I roll here?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's 17. First shot for him.
Okay.
And how's he doing?
No. Did you miss it? Oh, but
Oh, and still looking like it's going to come out.
Okay, shoot me. 16.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it does? Okay, awesome. Okay, that's another 6 damage on him.
all right.
And I'll use my Hordebreaker shot on the other one.
Okay.
That's my boy, Brandino!
I just gambled it all.
Live big!
13. 13 hit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is 10 points of damage on the back. Believe it or not, this is what this character does. Further away, but you know.
Flurry of arrows going out, and Petra manages to hit both of the bears. The one bear looks like he's in really bad shape. All the bolts and arrows and things sticking out of it. Its fur is singed and it's looking pretty ragged. It is still going to come.
Okay, oh wait a minute. I move and I action.
So your bonus action with your Hordebreaker.
Hordebreaker is just a thing that I do as part of the action. See if there's another. There's another.
'Cause it takes the place of Colossus Slayer, so I think she just gives.
Attacking the creature.
Yeah. We looked this up before. I mean, it doesn't take her bonus action. It feels.
For my bonus action, I'd like to dash over to this crate right here.
The crate that's on it that is essentially burned to nothing.
That one's burned to nothing?
Yep.
Okay, what?
Somebody.
Wait, no. I didn't go this far, Pat. But I only got to this far before they
Before they walked you.
Alright.
Alright, so you can stay behind that.
Sweet.
Right
Stay
there.
right there. Do I see grab them now? Do I have to wait for my next turn to check? Okay.
You failed your check.
I know.
You don't get to see me.
Get another one. Okay. Nice. And that's my turn, Pat.
All right.
Are they going to sit there, Pat? Because they lost sight?
Here come
Yeah,
the
sure they are.
bears. Dude.
Ah, fuck. Okay, yeah, good point.
Fun fact: they're probably better at finding prey than Arvash is.
They're a lot better at
You don't have to rub it in.
it.
Do you think they feed them vegetables? That's what carnivores eat, right, Kill?
God, they're so.
Oh!
light.
Oh! Fuck! Bring him out.
Fuck. So the ledge that I found the chest on, how high up was that?
It was above your head, about chest high on a giant.
Chest high and a giant. So good, like 10 feet up.
Yeah, about
12 feet up. How tall are these bears? Do some math here, Pat.
tall enough that they could go
They
onto
could,
the ledge.
they could be seeing me? They can, okay. All right. Well, I'm hiding. I'm just looking at a sheet of ice right now as I reload. Pop back around to shoot this guy. So I'm unseen right now. Can I stealth around and shoot to get sneak attack?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move the 5 or 10 feet actually, because half speed.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Oh, God. Golly, Pat.
Hey,
22.
inspiration for Arvash. Thank you. I'm gonna need that.
You think you can roll low pet.
I like that.
Yeah, if you're dead, death solves all problems. No man, no problem.
It burns through my inspiration. Fighting the giant.
Oh,
Are those the perception checks?
Oh!
Oh, that's a.
Did you hide again?
no. So here's what's happening. I am slowly sneaking out. I rolled 22.
Oh.
Just rolled the perception checks against me.
So one of them. See, we don't know which one's on.
It's not the one I'm shooting.
So the bear here,
Yeah.
you see it. It rears up and it's looking right at you.
Cool. I'm gonna dome this guy.
Okay.
He's put 7. Come on, baby. Ah, shit. 10.
Do you have any?
You have lucky left.
No,
No.
not after I survived
Yeah,
being fucking
You have
desperate.
inspiration.
No.
Nope.
I missed.
No, we didn't we get inspiration all like
We
2
did,
weeks ago?
yeah.
Yeah, and I used it to not fucking die.
Right.
Sure, that's fair.
That's right. So I miss him.
When he does that, do I perceive him?
Thanks, Pat.
At that point, actually give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. This is my.
It's a shadow on the wall.
Oh,
22.
20. Wait.
You don't see him.
You're going to see me shortly. So, all right, it's my turn. I'm going to resolve this. So, pop out.
Pretty much.
I got you.
And now you shooted this guy and miss, and now it's like,
Something's oh, shit. So I used 10 feet of movement to move the 5 feet, right? I'm gonna use a whole lot more movement now, Pat. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hi!
And then I'm going to double move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 back to here.
Okay.
And I'm out of cunning action, so I cannot hide, but I'm just back there getting ready to hide. Fucking bears are coming! Fucking bears are coming!
I need your help with something. Wait, no.
Is it killing bears?
No!
All right. Meanwhile, the other side of town.
They come.
So you are led by the Frost Giant King, the Frost Giant Queen, and the Oni delegate.
Delegate. The delegation.
Yes,
see you
yes. Sorry.
You are leading you. Thrastra, how are you following them? Are you like making yourself known, or
I am just sort of gently floating behind Arvesh.
okay?
And Arvesh and Gaia are just kind of like, well, okay. And then Gaia was like, so, like, how did you find this? Do you guys just like hewn this?
Property values in the north are just through the roof. I don't know. How did you even land such real estate?
So you are led for quite some time. Longer than your combat's probably going to take, by the way.
Oh boy. Oh, thank God, Pat. They're gonna
One
die over me.
way or another, longer than your combat's going to take. And you wind your way down this tunnel, and there's two branches. One leads off, another one kind of leads south and down. And you follow that southern tunnel for yet another long stretch of time.
Yeah.
Until you finally come to an area that there's actually, as you're starting to walk along, there's an underground stream or river that starts to run, and it comes in an area where it drops off. And you see something that appears to be a little more than really a block and tackle, and with a platform on it that they get on it, starts
Sure.
dropping down. You drop down a long way, like a lot longer than your dark vision can see up,
Oh boy.
Oh, that's spooky.
Going down the center of the earth.
until it thuds a stop. The dust comes out, and you see a number of people dressed with livery that has a style, almost like a stylized dragon or a wyvern on it.
Does it
Oh.
look like the Order of the Wyvern?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you.
I was thinking, yeah.
Does it look like the Order of the Blades?
Nope.
Okay. Do I recognize it?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
It's recent history, but what the heck? See if you remember.
Get the bow. What are my skills? Are there skills? No. That one. History, you say? Oh boy.
Wasn't there also a mage that tried to get a dragon?
It's a whopping 6.
Okay, try rolling it on there. I just want to see something real quick.
6.
Sweet.
It's because I have the
Beyond 20.
Beyond 20. Yeah.
All right, let's still roll.
We can count that one, right?
Sure. I'll let you count that one because everybody can see your roll.
All right. 20 what?
So you remember this from fighting the outside of the Dwarven mine, the illusionist that created the illusion of the dragon.
Wasn't that the Order of the Blaze?
That was the cult of the Elder Worm.
Cult of the Elder Worm. Fuck. Where he had the big green dragon that we were like, oh fuck. And then it was like, haha, he was just a little dick. conclusion.
But give me your eggs.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck we're mining.
Yeah. Oh boy. So you see a bunch of them, you said?
But it's a number of. And they're also a number of frost giants. So you see that they are actually working with the frost giants.
Oh boy.
And you see a number of people that are being essentially like, as you see like a giant, a couple of members of the Elder Worm, they are leading groups of people. You would suspect that some of them are barbarians. They're pretty big. They're
Sure.
built that way. Others are not.
Okay.
So, and they're leading them, kind of herding them off in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get down there, as you start, you get a little bit more acclimated, you start to hear the chink, chink, chink
The actual mining.
tools. However, it doesn't appear to be. It's not the heavy sound you would suspect of like a big pick or maul. These sound a lot more delicate.
Oh.
And as you are led to another area, and you catch glimpses of the people as they're working, and they're working with small tools in areas where they are.
More like a paleontology site.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
it's very bad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But that's a gill knowledge, not an. Okay.
And they eventually take you to an area where you see a larger area where you see, amongst guards as well, that you see a number of people that are dressed in ragged clothes, look like they're extremely dirty. You can tell, a lot of them have, just bruised up knuckles. And,
Sure.
and you see some of the other people are tending to some of the more seriously wounded people.
I know we left it last time, but do I see someone there in particular?
Are you looking?
I'm looking.
With a tote?
You see one of the people that's tending to the injured. She's got her back turned to you. You haven't seen her long,
Mm-hmm.
but you're pretty sure that this person's your mother.
Don't want to have this awkward where I'm like, Mom! And turns around and it's just some dude with long hair. And it's like, oh. Sorry.
Oh, Mom.
Or it's a different mom who runs off the kid down the line.
So Arvish is gonna bolt off right in that direction, but as he gets close, rather than just jumping, he's gonna slow down. Mom?
You see, she turns around and it's your mother.
Yes! Now I jump to hug her and just grab her and not let go for a bit.
How malnourished is she, Pat? How many brown bones does he break?
Not that bad.
Okay.
She shares the embrace with you, hugs you. My boy.
Sorry. So I'm just gonna stop, gonna put her out a little bit. How did you get here? What has happened? Are you okay? Are you looking over her to see if she's
She doesn't look like she's. Obviously mistreated. She's being used as a slave, but she's like, it's been quite a journey.
Okay. At this point, are the king and queen right near us? Are they still here? Are they just okay, we got your mother, peace, and left? Are they still here?
Oh, they're still there.
Oh. And I'm just gonna be it's so good to see you. I haven't stopped thinking about you and everyone else and trying to find you. And I'm go in to get her hug, and I'm just gonna whisper we're gonna get you out of here. And then just I'm so happy to have found you.
This is the promise Gregomel has made so many people.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you out of here. Twist it.
Get me out of here. How are you gonna get you out of here? But at this point, Arvash is just gonna turn back towards the king and queens. All right. Well, you can take us out, and we are going to be leaving him.
No.
Balls.
You will now be working for us. You and your friend.
Garrett's gonna be like, I'm much better with like book reading. If you have like maps or like charts or like
And he
old
looks,
text.
He looks over to Giants. And she just goes,
to Gair.
and backhands your mom.
Oh,
Oh!
How you doing, buddy?
You were saying?
Oh.
And your mom, she gets cuffed, goes down to a knee, and then slowly gets back up.
Mm.
I hate seeing you.
You know, Arbash is gonna immediately go over to her, and he's just gonna like he is at this point he doesn't. Kind of looks over to Theastra as her cloud self looks over to Guy. What do you need?
I would like to start unclouding, please. Thank you.
You what?
Unclouding.
Unclouding?
I would like to begin the process of
Okay.
having limbs.
And you will help us with our excavations.
We can help as long as she is not hurt.
He turns to one of the elder worms. Take away his druidic focus.
Are you? Oh, sons of bitches. Gonna hand.
The guy comes over and starts searching.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do more work as a giant ape.
Could. I would probably be better suited to use my magics to be able to actually move the earth and help whatever you need. I mean, like, look at me. Look, I'm not gonna do.
Look at these arms. It's actually you.
And he kind of looks at some of the burn marks on himself and says, I really don't want a repeat performance.
When you say he's got burn marks on himself,
You burned him.
You burned him as a fire element.
He's saying he doesn't want you turning into a fire element.
I said the
No. The giant.
Giant, yeah.
Can't put your cigarettes anymore, but
then yeah, sure. I'm gonna hand over the small twined, gnarled, what's it called? Bark that's like wrapped up and like twined up, and I'm gonna hand that over. It's my druidic focus.
Now, were we to give this back to you, what could you do with it?
I mean, just about anything. I can mold earth. I can move earth. I can melt the ice. I can heal the injured. I can do a lot with it.
Very well. He looks to the Oni. He looks to his wife. Take her for insurance.
No, hold up. And I'm assuming at this point, Garrett's just like, okay, shut up. Arvash, you like, if she's not here with me, there is no work. I came to be with her. If you want help,
You will get to see her.
no, she needs to be here with me.
Then you will not get your druidic focus.
Then you're gonna have to hand me a small pickets.
Am I a
Whatever
person
your
yet?
little hammers you're using.
So brave. Hey. Everybody gets them.
fine. Arvash's gonna like look to his mom and just, it's worth it. And he's gonna just, he's gonna let him take the druidic focus.
All right. Therastra, you become corporeal. You become solid.
We.
You are
I have things I want to do.
okay.
Oh boy, do I have things. All right. Is he still like in the process of handing it over? Is it still like in his hand?
Oh, I assumed that like at this, like I had handed it over.
Like is this slow motion? Like he's and I'm like, oh, and like it's all.
No, it's one of the cult of the Elder Worm, who you're familiar with, is actually taking it from his Frost Giant King is standing
right next to me.
back and letting his subordinates do the work.
What a terrible leader. You lead them, not watch them. Don't say that.
Sorry if this kills us. I would like to like reach a hand out to his mom, be like, "Oh, it's so nice to finally meet you," and then just invisible her.
Wow.
Do what?
I want to like reach out and shake her hand, like, "Hey, it's good to meet you. I've heard so much," and then I cast greater invisibility on her.
I like that first word, greater.
Greater. It's better than lesser.
It is great.
Can I have bestest invisibility?
No, I don't know that one yet.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, he just took my spellcasting focus. You know that, right?
Look, I can deal with one thing at a time.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Buckle up.
And you watch, and when you do that, you see the Oni as he's there, and then collapses down and becomes a wolf. And you see him just
Uh-oh. No, Pat, we learned the wolves can't smell things that are invisible.
Yeah, especially old ladies.
Especially
old ladies.
I don't want to say it,
Not
but
even if you rub their faces.
like I don't want to say it. Like I mean, they can't smell hags. I'm not calling my mom a hag at the game.
Oh,
but
it's
like,
calling your mother a hag, but they can't smell
but
hag.
it didn't mean
that's Arvash is a wolf that can't smell.
damn it.
We thought it might have been all wolf.
Yeah, maybe. You guys assume it's all wolves.
You know? Or do we look into a little
Okay.
bit of disdain
Okay.
every time?
Sorry. The Oni turned into a wolf, though.
Okay.
Definitely. You got schnoz up there.
Can I
It's still probably doesn't.
can I respond to that as well with magic?
Sure.
Can I just keep pumping these things out?
So you see him change shape, and you also see the Frost Giant King pull his sword, and the Frost Giant Queen grab her Morning Star.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's
Danny,
cool.
we're glad you could join us to play D&D for a few sessions.
It's been fun. I had a really good time. Can I see his focus? Like, did they put it away, or is it still kind of like out in the open?
I mean, the guy grabbed it, and he's
Right in front of me still.
yeah, he's still in front of Arvash, but he's got it in his hand.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what? She turns my mother invisible,
Yeah.
and then like we see the wolf. Arvash is gonna like turn. And like, get her out of here! And I'm gonna jump the guy and try and grab the focus back.
Focus.
The focus. Okay. The focus.
I take that first of all extremely literally, and I will leave them behind to get her out. So good luck, everyone.
I can't hear what you said.
Oh.
Is that
She's taking it seriously and will just get his mother out at all costs. Like ignoring.
I just want to make sure
Did
that
I get that right, Danny?
So
Yes. Yes.
she's invisible.
Yes.
So how are you leading her? You can't see her.
I need to double check this, but I maybe have an idea.
I mean, she did touch her to turn her invisible, so she would still have,
She said she shook her hand and turned her invisible.
so she would still have her hand.
Yes.
Maybe not.
No.
I like this new kid with their crazy ideas. Keep hitting us with them.
I
Right.
go standing next to two really big giants. I don't know.
I get this seems
And a whole bunch of worm people.
All right. So, a clarification question.
Sure.
I'm gonna call.
If I manage, I know where she is, because unless she moved, I know where she is, right? I can just assume that she's there. If I go in and I pick her up, am I carrying her? She is on me then?
What spell are you trying to?
Etherealness. I would like to go to a different plane of existence with her.
I think the wording is that you and anything you're carrying transport it.
Word.
But
Literally Thanos.
You'll play it in the border of the Earth's vibration, or until you use your action to dismiss a spell. During this time, you can move in any direction. If you move up and down foot, constant foot. You close on if the plane.
he's gonna check with Tim to see how Geyer's gonna react to this situation. I'm both happy that the Astros.
Unfortunately, the way the spell's written, it's you.
Yeah.
So it's me, but it doesn't say I leave my shit behind, right? So I'm assuming anything on my person comes with me. And if she's on my person,
Anything that is yours,
she's mine now. Marry us quick.
She is another being. That's not gonna. It's a nice try, but I just don't think that that's.
All right, that's fine. I mean, it's not, but I'll accept it.
It doesn't say you and a.
Yeah, I mean, it says you step into the border of the regions area, and you remain in the border areas.
Yeah, it didn't specify carrying, but it sounded like I took everything with me. So I was hoping if I was carrying that, I could take that with me.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
Yeah.
right. So you try to thing. You know what? What the hell? Sure.
Oh, yes! Woo!
I would like to, heft his mother onto my shoulder.
Do what?
I would like to attempt to heft his mother onto my shoulder and step into a different plane of existence.
All right. So you grab a hold of her and you go ethereal.
I go ethereal, bye. He said get her out, so I'm gonna do that. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, good idea. Deuces.
Not well.
Probably doesn't like it.
So as you grab his mother,
Yeah.
turn her invisible, and then go ethereal, she is being resistant. She is trying to pull away from you.
Bold. That's bold. All right.
Oh,
She found her son.
You're being rescued, damn it!
Let me help you.
she doesn't want to leave her boy.
We'll come back. He's fine. He's fine.
Where's that echo?
The echo?
Oh, it's those still.
You can hear those.
So yeah, I mean, she's right now. She's trying to push off your shoulder and break contact with you.
Okay, but have we successfully gone ethereal?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to explain to her that she needs to stay on my shoulder so I can get her somewhere safe, and then I'm coming back for her kid.
Who are you?
Okay, a good question. I am Thirastra. I am traveling with your son very recently. I saw they have a hot tub in a tent. I don't know if you know that. But I'm here to help. And I'm also here to try to kill those giants. So it's a win-win. I think I can really get a good in if I can get you out here safely, come back, and also help them. But I really need to get you to safety, and to do that, I need you to stop wiggling.
Okay.
Please.
She's
Thank you.
going to stop moving around simply because you're in a different plane of existence now, and she's terrified.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
So, how far down was it that we traveled, like, to get down to here from where we were, where we first met them, the king and queen?
That was a long way.
Okay, but we didn't run into anything else on the way, right? It was just like this narrow passage down.
It was just a passageway, all the way down.
Okay. So I won't take her the whole way back, but I'm gonna get her about half, maybe a little more than half, and then I'll come back. And I'm assuming once
there's a matter of the lift that you guys took to go down.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. It's probably fine. She's been down here a while. She knows how this stuff works, right?
The lift is an area where there's a lot of traffic.
Okay. But she'll still be invisible when I put her down.
Ah, good point.
So as long as it's until the spell ends. So she's got she's got a minute to be invisible?
Is greater invisibility 1 minute or is it an hour?
It's also concentration.
Is
It is.
Is etherealness?
No.
This is not.
Okay.
No, which is weird, but it's not.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
You would think it would be, but
I would think. But it ain't. Okay, so
I actually should be able to bypass the lift because I can move in any direction and I move through anything that isn't on my plane.
So you just like
So I should essentially be able to just go up,
Minecraft God mode, just
ascend. It'll take me longer to do
yeah,
it, but
it's gonna. You are not moving at 600 feet per turn. That's for sure.
yeah, we've really hit the brakes on this.
Yeah.
But actually, because I'm not invisible, I'm just in there until I stop being in there. I should be able to step of night myself to fly. So that should help a little bit with the half speed or the slowed speed, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming like the slow is because like you don't normally fly like in just your everyday life, but if I give myself the flight, then it shouldn't be like an interruption of my movements. It's just a thing I can do.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and since the etherealness is until the spell ends, not until like I do something, I believe. I should be able to cast that without it, or use it. It's a feat.
Yeah, you can cast that tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I would take her to the lift. Once we get to the lift, I would do Steps of Night, and I would just
Okay.
up.
Steps of Night lasts how long here?
Steps last for a minute, so I'd probably have to like keep bapping myself to fly, but I shouldn't fall because
No,
I
you
can
won't
go
fall. You'll
up
just-
as a theory.
Yeah, I mean, you go the full length of that spell
Yeah.
before even being able to see the top of where the lift goes.
The full length of the steps.
The whole length, yeah, the whole length of your step
Yeah.
night. And you still, I mean, you flew up that far, which would have been what 60 times 10, so 600 feet, and you still don't see the top.
Okay. So I'll use as many steps. I'll use the 5 steps of night to get myself as far up as I can, and then I'll just take the restriction.
After the second casting a step of night, you're able to get to the top. So
Okay.
figuring it's probably a little over 1,200 feet.
Okay. So yeah, my goal is to essentially get her to, I guess once I get to the top, I'm pretty much in that narrow walkway again. There
Right. wasn't
a whole lot of.
I got you.
I'm gonna get her to either if I see, if I either see my 2 party members or a place that I reasonably think she could stay and be safe, I would drop her off there essentially, tell her like,
Okay.
you're gonna be visible when you come out because it's been more than a minute now, which I think is what greater invisibility was,
Actually,
which is weird, but
great invisibility. That is 1 minute.
It's 1 minute.
Yeah.
feels like a weird amount of time for it, but
A long time.
The big thing is it's a minute because it allows you to fight while invisible.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's true.
that.
So, but since she's safe while she's with me still, I'll just take her as far as
Well, I will.
either.
I'll tell you what. Let's find out how
All right.
your party members do and see if they are going to meet you down there.
Okay.
See if there is a safe spot up here. Then.
Yeah, right.
We'll go back to the. So when we last left them, Gregomel just jumped up on top of the.
Just trying to get up on that ledge.
He got up on the ledge.
Fucking bears are coming! Oh my god! Where'd you get over here?
No, Pat's doing a lot of math up there.
Yes, I am. Because numbers. That's not a lot faster. Go.
Okay, how big is this crate?
Crate, probably 3 feet by 3 feet.
Okay. How big is this tunnel?
How what?
How wide is this tunnel?
5 feet.
Okay. I'm going to drag the crate into the mouth of the tunnel and leave it there and go back to where it is.
Okay.
Strength check with pleasure. Just a plain old strength check.
Plain old strength check.
Oh, 18.
The chest is extremely heavy, for one. But you managed to kind of drag it over there. But that is going to be your action.
Got it. Oh. Okay, and then, oh, darn it. No, I don't have that on me. Victor sent me the phone in the post, but I haven't gotten it back yet.
What's up?
I pulled this crate into the passageway behind me, and I wanted to yeet the rude pony over the side, but I don't have the rude pony with me. Okay. Well, it would have been really fun. Do you have the rude bowl?
Yes.
Oh, dude, chuck the rude bowl over. Okay. And then, yeah, that's okay. So how much space is there on each side of the crate? Like when I pull it into the
Foot.
foot? Okay. So if I hammered some pitons into the wall right by the crate to act as like sort of wedges to keep it in place, that wouldn't work.
That might work, but you'd have to do that next round.
I will then just go to the alcove where Mal is.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Is the point of it? This is the point of that thing.
30.
All right.
You're walling against it.
You do see the alcove. You do see the alcove up there.
That was to see the alcove, not to see him
Yeah.
in the alcove?
But you don't know. You see an alcove.
Okay. Let me see. So I see the alcove. Okay. I'm gonna try and climb up. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and climb up there.
All right. Give me an athletics check, please.
Athletics. Oh! 7.
Yeah, you're trying to find perches on it. It kind of slides down. It's slick and icy, so it's a difficult climb.
Damn it.
Or at least it seems that way.
Damn it. Okay.
That's gonna take all your movement.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yep. That's my turn. I'll hide back there. Like I still have my bonus action.
Yeah. So let's think.
Just gonna prep this like this.
Swipe it. Thing in the way.
Oh, fuck.
We'll put this box here.
Go from shipping to electric. It's a ship.
He never takes anything off the dock.
Just leaves it.
But yeah, the bear comes up at this crate that's there, and you see it just. And you hear the sound of coins scattering everywhere.
All right, well, I'm out of here.
Don't do it! Don't do it, God!
And Patrick, you look behind you and you just see as this bear lands on this crate and just shreds it, just this cloud of coin just.
What color is that?
Gold.
And I am hiding. I don't know if that'll help.
You got to roll for me.
Yeah, you gotta roll for yourself.
Oh, right. For my
Stealth.
I know. That's
Oh no!
I'm gonna use my inspiration. That's better. That'll be a 29.
Alright.
Stealth's pretty good too.
I'm like a rogue.
got it on the first turn.
Got it on the first try, the second time.
Yep, first try, second time. That's
Rogu sauce.
yeah. I'm
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. But that's not good.
oh,
Polar bear. He's
Over
ugly.
here.
Holy bear.
we'll see first.
Ryu has forked over 2,400 gold to give everybody inspiration.
Hell yeah!
Bless you, Ryu. Bless you.
Oh boy.
He's the MVP.
We got some Malort here for you Wednesday.
Why do you hate him?
I think that at least buys him an anti-Malort one shot.
Maybe, yeah. Yes. Just like to take the shit. Oh, look at that one.
Oh,
He went right past you.
that's where our friends are.
Oh, well, we are way down.
Yeah. Either way, he's not my problem.
But you see as the bear goes past you and it's smelling around the ground, and it looks like it's going to turn back around.
Petra's just like,
It's got its butt up against it like your cat. It's like back, and I'm like,
just think you could stab it and get sneak attack right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so tempting.
God, don't do it! Hey,
It's bad. It's really bad. Hey.
That brings us back to you, Gregamel.
Cool. All right, quick question. The invisible chest, how big is it? I probably felt it out, like, right?
It's
a chest.
It's a chest.
Reagan size?
Oh my god.
Reagan conceivably fit in
No,
No.
you are not a contortionist. No.
And if you hide behind it, it'll see through it. You can see through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, we're dominant. All right, well, so here's what we're going to do, Pick. Get there stealthing. All right, just kind of laying low. You see that first one go by. I would like to fabricate the sound of running steps. I think I can do that at 16 feet. Yeah, borrow this one.
Go for it. With what? With
Prestidigitation.
faint sounds or something like that.
Smells too.
I can do footsteps.
Steps.
Wait, can,
Spare the prestidigitation. You're not.
Oh, no. It's prestidigitation. There it is.
Shower sparks puff away and faintly hot. Those are hot odor. So you can make
Harmless sensory effect. It's just the sound of running steps. Wait. Oh no.
What's up?
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Can't use that. Range is 10 feet.
you could
And-
use it.
I can use it. I can do it right here.
You're doing it right now.
And it has a verbal component, so you can say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I got it. All right, Pat. So that one, this first one went by, and it's looking like it's turning around. It doesn't see me though, right?
No, I mean it's sniffing the ground and it's sniffing after people that ran. You guys didn't run further down that way. So.
You are correct, Pat. I'm gonna shoot it, Pat.
Okay.
I mean, I'm hopefully gonna shoot it, Pat. The odds have been pretty
I mean,
inconsistent.
it's right there.
Does a 3 + 7 hit? Can I use inspiration?
You can. It's got inspiration.
It's high.
Hello. Sneak attack. Scene. And it's +4.
Pull 'em up.
2, 4, 10, 12, 15, 19, 21, 25, 29 damage. And then cunning action hide. Move to the back and hide. Yeah, right.
Like hiding on this ledge and just like
The bear down here must have been the ring.
You shoot the bear, and Petra, you see the bear who gets shot, turns around.
J.K. Rowling, fucking get down.
What have you done?
That's not my problem. What did I tell you to do over there? Bear will go for the easier target.
I'm surprised you didn't shoot her in the leg to make it easier for you to get away.
Anna, is that you? Look out. Ow!
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna go to the wall.
We're going to the morgue.
Oh. You almost rolled 2 now once.
Also, Pat, how tall is the ceiling here? Pretty tall.
Yeah, it's like really tall, like 30 or 40 feet.
Okay.
If you guys can
I've got the way out to this, but the good luck says he's pretty sure you're fucked.
if you guys can hide for 1 minute.
Petra,
Okay, I mean, I continue to hide.
stealth check, please.
Because now he's looking back at something dumb pissed him off.
Yeah, I'm just like pressed against the wall.
Maybe he thinks it's this bear, Pat.
Maybe.
He's got a crossbow. He's got a little
That bear was
He could
crossbow.
take mage hand and put the crossbow next to the bear.
plant.
Whoa, weapon on it.
Oh, protest.
What are you doing?
Resist wolf like that. Okay.
Well, sure.
Okay. I'm going to where I am. I'm going to. Oh, there's something that I am missing here that I have that I could be doing and it would be awesome. Okay. Stay where I am against the wall here, and I'm going to. Ready to prepare an action. If the bear comes at me, I get out my rapier and stab it. That's what. Looks like it's gonna come along. If it sees me. Am I pretty sure that Greg is here now? Do I be somewhere?
You saw me run past you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, the bears
Yeah.
are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me.
You did just see another bolt.
You know he's around.
Yeah.
You're just not sure
somewhere
exactly where.
in this tiny, cramped, confined space. It's like pressed up to the ceiling, like Mission Impossible. Oh man.
What's with the shoes of Spider-Man?
Uh-oh.
They're sleepers.
Wait,
Sleepers are spiders.
It's this guy.
You hear,
that felt like a nat 20 though.
so you hear, none of you speak giant, do you?
No.
So you hear somebody speaking, we're pretty sure it's a giant,
Mm-hmm.
saying something as he's getting closer.
Anybody want a peanut?
Like damn dogs keep running off, the kids are just barking at everything. Squirrels. Could be.
Don't you say that. We don't say that word in this house. Uh-oh, that's a Pat 20.
Frank, come here.
But it just,
No, definitely.
oh, it's just 4. Because it's an intelligence check, Pat. You did investigation, not perception.
Oh. There, get 20, 30. What'd you roll for stealth?
25.
It's just, the thing just comes over. Fuck his shit. Jim, no, it's.
More or less. I mean, it comes over and it's sniffling right around the area where you're kind of
It's like that
pressed.
scene with the Chamber of Secrets where the blind snake comes right up to
The basilisk.
the best one.
You're doing terrific. Okay, just be appealing enough that they want to stick around and look for you, but just don't let them find you. You got to find that balance. It's all about life's all about that balance.
Yep.
Don't get ate.
If you do, just make sure you're extremely, extremely
Ousted.
Make sure that you're a seasoned.
All right, we can take him too, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are we not getting into fights that we can't beat? I thought that was what we were doing this session and last session.
Which group are we focusing on?
I thought we were getting into fights that we're not going to be able to win. I would have completely changed how I played last week, Pat. Let's.
If I had known, yeah.
And you hear that same voice speaking again. He's on, right? Whatever it is.
Sounds like
Hold on. You were saying lots of leaders, right?
It's the Swedish chef.
Yeah, all of the giants are Swedish chef. I love it.
So, and then you hear like the sounds of claws traveling on ground.
Like digging?
No, like being dragged across the ground. And the voice sounds a little angry, actually.
Oh. You got them in
I
trouble.
did get them in trouble. That's good.
Well, he's gonna see a bunch of arrows sticking out of him and realize it's a
We hope he doesn't grab the
Well, not until he gets to this one.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right.
I'm gonna hype it.
I mean, I am.
All right. Gregor, up to you again.
So I hear him. What sounds like claws dragging. And do the polar bears look like they sneaking? Of course, I can roll for stealth if you want.
Oh,
22.
oh, that's bad.
I want to see do they look like they're cowering at all? Like, oh, Dad's mad or anything like that. And I hear him yelling. These two.
They look. Yeah, it looks like the further one, the one to the north.
Huh?
Kind of, he looks up. As the voice comes, it looks up and
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It's got that kind of little bit of a panicked look on his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking hide then, Pat. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm up here, hiding on the ledge. I have my crossbow ready. If it tries to come up here, I'm gonna shoot it in the face, but if it's just looking around, and I'm hoping it's gonna fuck off. So, if it starts climbing up, I'm gonna shoot it, otherwise, I'm stealthed. Alright. Cunning action, hide. Keep going over.
Pepper, you're up.
I'm looking at the dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am, hidden. Hold the same action.
All right.
If it looks like it's gonna attack me, if it looks like it's see me, I'm stabbing.
Yes.
Yeah, hiding check or anything. Stealth. Or if I'm not moving, is it fine?
I still need to make a stealth check.
Okay. 22. 22.
How much?
22.
22.
Oh.
Oh.
He's sniffing. A lot he's sniffing.
The bear kind of sniffs around the area that you're at and then trots off this way.
Yeah, that's the musk of the wilderness keeping me hidden. This is why I never bathe.
I was easy to picture. You need to wash yourself.
Yep, why I never bathe. Just slather some swamp water on yourself, or no one will find you.
Yeah, they will. They're going to find your body with all that bacteria.
Oh no.
22.
Oh no.
So as the bears go off, you see a giant comes down. Do this. Then he's looking around and kind of comes to that corner and looks right at you, and it's just.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck, I was not holding my action for that.
Oh, neither was I.
Yeah, good luck.
It's the giant when he sees all this
It's going.
bolts in his face.
He's like, something's not right.
Yeah. So he goes to swing, and you duck, and the axe crashes against the rock behind you.
Oh.
Gregamel.
She is being engaged. This is not ideal situation.
No.
I would like to be disengaged if I could.
I'm going to I'm going to sneak over to the edge and you try to shoot him. Yeah.
All right.
I don't need to sneak over the edge. He's threatened, so I get sneak attack. Surprise, cockbag!
And you're at chest light. level.
Chest level, yeah, there's no way I can miss.
That's why
You just fucking jinxed yourself.
That's why I sneak.
15?
Almost.
Hit him.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
I got a GIF I gotta post to that, so hold on. Okay.
Get the sneak attack.
+4.
Fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up.
Yeah. 3, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 17, 21, 25.
All right.
Shot to the heart. And
You see the bolt just hits him in the neck. And he's
He probably don't, yeah. They're perturbed.
and Petra.
Oh. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna disengage down the tunnel, around the corner,
All right.
and try and
Oh, they're doing it.
I mean, how wide is this tunnel? Like 5
feet.
Oh man. Okay. Well, if there are any natural crevices in the wall or whatever, I would like to try and become one with the wall. I will hide, and I will wait until he appears in the entryway of the tunnel, and then I will shoot him, if I may.
All right. As you see, you go running.
Nope.
He's leading them all away so you can loot the coins.
Yeah.
Bless your child.
Just bless me, bless me.
Save you some of the copper colored ones.
I may die.
Basically gold, right? That is a risk I am willing to take.
Right. I guess I'll shoot him.
All right.
Some of you may die, but
That
it's
is
a
a risk.
sacrifice
Yeah.
I have to make. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay. That is that's a 28.
That'll hit.
Cool. Does he know I'm there?
Yes.
What?
Just
Okay. That's 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
I shoot him again. 21.
All right.
That's another 8. That was just my reaction.
Yeah.
Or my held action.
Hey, congrats to Brandito.
mm-hmm.
Way to go, Brandito. Congrats, bud.
Yeah.
And that's a good shift. We're gonna,
on, Brandon?
we're gonna miss you.
We're gonna miss him, but we'll be getting a new job.
Good. Congrats on the new job. Hopefully you get a chance to stay with us anyway.
And hopefully it's for more pay for more Iron Brew.
Sorry, bro.
NB.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go again.
What? Oh, how are you doing now?
Oh!
What?
Oh,
There was blood on that one.
how's your mother?
Oh.
God.
Petra. Not what I wanted to do.
I mean, that's fine.
Well, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Giant, after getting shot a couple times, it comes at you. You want to uncanny dodge the first blow?
Yeah, absolutely. Me? That's
10 points of damage from that. And then it swings its axe and the first time hits you, and then takes the axe and runs back to the way.
time to decap. Oh!
Hits you that time. This time, the axe comes down and it hits you square on the shoulder as you feel the axe bite into your shoulder deep.
I'm fine. I'm feeling fine, so.
Gregamel.
Yeah, looks like I got sight on him, right?
Yeah.
And is he engaged with Petra?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You're welcome, by the way.
I'm gonna
Mazel tov.
go ahead and shoot Pat.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
25.
That'll hit.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's what another rogue is here for, to give you sneak attack by being right next to him.
Some of us hide better than others. Ooh,
Hey.
10. Is that a damn whole count?
I think that's a 1. No, it's a 6. It is a 6.
6. Woo! 12, 16, 17, 18, 22, 28, 30, 31, plus 4, 35, 36.
Hey. 3 6s ain't bad.
You see
All right.
old Greg standing up on the cliff taking shots.
The
man.
giant is wounded at this point, so
And that's gonna bring us to Petra.
Okay, well. Yeah. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm going to just book it down the corridor.
Okay.
I am about to die.
you're gonna disengage.
Yes, I'm going to disengage.
Wise.
I'm going to disengage. I'm going to cunning action disengage. So move, dash,
You're going 60 feet.
60 feet. Sorry.
All right.
What?
Bob and weave, bob and weave. I'd say serpentine, but you're in like a narrow corridor.
Yeah, I know.
It's not all that forcible.
All he has to do is throw a boulder and it's like bumper bowling. It's just like, just rolls it. Yep, yeah, it's like,
He missed.
ah! He missed with his rock.
So you see, just Dragon Ball, you just see the same. Throws this rock, and Petra the rock just goes sailing and just over your head. And
Jesus.
Gregamel.
I fucked up. Got to hide. Man, I'm gonna hide kind of behind the invisible chest so he can see me, but I'm hoping that if a rock comes up here, it might take it. Somebody's gonna be bracing on the chest. Ah, fuck. Actually, Pat, he looks a little chilling. Fireball. Yeah.
Fireball!
Fireball!
It's ball!
No, not. It's because I missed. It would have been a lot bigger if I hit.
Yeah. Sure.
Can I try cunning action hide in case he hasn't seen me?
Yeah.
Reliable talent, 22.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Petra.
Yes. Oh, is it my turn again?
Mhm.
Keep running.
You know, there's something to be said building your entire character around luck.
So you hear Petra's footfalls.
No, that's good. That's more gold for me. Until I have to go for them, there's a
He like
bear
scratches his back and there's like a bolt there and he goes, huh?
Weird.
And just Gregamel just,
I'll do it again, huh?
oh.
Oh my gosh.
He turns around and as the firebolt goes flying past, he turns around
What's this coming from?
Must have been a lantern.
and he's looking, and he goes taking off this way,
Oh.
thinking whoever hit him must have bolted.
Oh.
Must have been the window.
You're welcome.
That and
No, yeah.
they don't know because that's
That's the secret spot.
That's
for the
dad.
king.
That's dad's
That's the
sex
king's
toy spot.
stash.
Well, I was gonna say that's
That's
the
where
mom and dad's.
that's where mom and dad hide their porn. All right.
And I'm in it.
You-
No, I mean like found. Okay, you go ask.
All right.
Why did you mean you're in the pool?
Someone's got to be a fluffer.
Let's give something away.
Yeah.
We're giving something away. What are we giving away, Pat?
I don't know what we're gonna give away. What do you want to give away?
Is it Arbash's druidic focus?
You already gave that away. You can't give it away
Yeah.
twice.
I got his mom.
And we found the real winner.
The astro dumps her in the ethereal plane. You'll never find you now.
This is my
You're
villain arc.
safe. You are. She is safe.
I'll bring groceries out.
Can we find her? No.
No,
Be gone
but she's
forever?
literally never been safer than this.
other monsters?
Uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like what you said
The
there.
next mission: find Arbash's mother in the belly of the beast. It's the fuck out.
The belly of the.
So what are we gonna give away here? Pencil art?
I could do a stencil art. I had a rough, so I can't spray paint down here. Just shit.
Oh, that's not. That's pretty.
I can do it out in the garage. It's just not conducive.
I can do some art. I finished one. We get printed.
I can do some art.
You want to do art?
Art.
I'll do some art.
Yeah, if you look on the.
Hannah does art.
You look on the book.
Anna does art significantly better than I can.
She a lot better than I can.
Right.
I just watched the what it was on Netflix. I want to say the Wolf in Me or something like that. And it was, I gotta admit, it was pretty good. The guy like one of the first dates, and he's like, "Wait, go sit over there." And he's like, "Okay, move your head a little bit to the left." And he's like, "Okay, right there." He's like normally I have better light than this, and he's like making a big deal about drawing. He turns around, and it's a stick figure with giant boobs.
Oh, from the IT crowd?
That was also something they did in the idea.
Yeah.
But it's just funny as hell. And she starts cracking up. So it's like that's an awesome move.
So our giveaway is open. You can join the giveaway by typing !art1. That's !art space 1 to enter.
And the way things are going, I don't want to take a break because I don't want to give this thing any chance to
Okay.
with
any
the
kind of
computer.
changes anywhere. Let's just keep going here. So, in a complete change of pace and direction,
There's
Victor.
what?
Yes.
It's a splinter from the work he's doing in the ivory tower.
So the Teleruin that you've been working with leads you for quite a ways, and you're following you're following the essentially the finder that you have, and it's leading the direction that they're taking you. And they explain that where they're taking you is just an ancient abandoned mine
Okay.
that the dwarves abandoned like about the time of the Veil War,
Oh Jesus. Okay.
because they supposedly found something here that was beyond their capability of defeating or overcoming, so they abandoned the mines completely. But it seems to be that is where you're being guided,
Okay.
and they take you through a number of just really small, cramped tunnels that, if you did not have a guide, you don't think there's any way you could have found these.
Jesus. Okay.
And they eventually it pans out and opens up into a large cavern with rock that is almost it's almost white in color. You would think it was you would almost think it was marble, except for it doesn't have the veining that marble has. So you're not entirely sure what you're looking at here.
All right.
But obviously unique, so it certainly would be something that would be of interest to dwarves to begin with. So you think you might actually be in the right place.
Okay.
And the cave that you're in, I mean, it is, other than your helm that you have and sanction, completely pitch black.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's right. He's our token human.
He gets to talk to himself. Or more accurately, his hammer. Does your hammer go left?
So what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna continue moving forward. I guess. I mean, that's all I can really do for the time being.
The Teleruan elves, the scouts of the elves that are with you, tell you that this is as far as they can take you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him. Be like, okay, what is beyond here?
The area beyond is the mine that we spoke of. It appears as though somebody is reopening it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything I should, other than what you told me about with why the dwarves closed the mine in the first place? Is there anything else I should be aware of or worried about or on the lookout for?
The area you're in is underneath the winter spike. So ice worms, frost giants,
All the way.
frost salamander,
All the really cold.
Bears.
winter wolves.
Frost.
Okay.
Frost cobra.
And there are at least 2 different tribes of frost giants in the area as well.
And I'm assuming I should probably not deal with either of them, correct?
Probably not. What?
And I should probably not have dealings with either of those tribes, right?
They are not well disposed to humans, although one tribe would probably listen before attacking.
One tribe's actually really nice and lovely, led by this guy and this girl. They're kings and queens. They're really nice.
He was her king. He was queen.
Try and be on my best behavior. I'm sure my compatriots haven't been.
What's that? I can't hear you again.
I'm like, I will try and be on my best behavior, but I'm sure my compatriots probably haven't been.
Your best bet would be to avoid anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna thank the Teleroom, and I'm gonna kind of pull out my Seeking Stone and kind of start feeling it out from there.
All right. So you start following that a little bit, and you travel these caves for quite a while, actually. Seems.
Oh. You run one with the sending stone to the facility. Victor's got both of our other sending stones. We messed that one up.
And you travel probably about another 30-40 minutes, and you start to hear the sound of, it's kind of a rushing or slight roaring sound coming from the north of where you are.
Okay.
Give me a perception check, please.
I'm just off to a good start.
Yeah.
No.
Change these dice.
So you start to head a little bit more towards that sound.
Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, all right.
Buffering.
Not buffering, I just have had to pull up a monster here.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna couple.
Oh no.
Oh.
So, as you come into an area, you see the tunnel that you're going down to opens up into a larger area, and you realize that this is now. You look with it looks almost like what you would think would be a pavilion. It's got a central area that looks like it was probably a pulpit for, gatherings. Not quite like a gazebo, and it is now tilted, cracked, and falling down. You can see that there is what appears to be now a large lake in the area.
Okay.
There's a walkway that leads up to it, and you can see where other walkways that would have led probably to other buildings. You see buildings not carved into the walls, but carved out of the walls. So there's actually stone that seem to be collapsing now into this lake that's there. And I need you to roll initiative, please.
Uh-oh. Don't fuck with anyone 2 steps in.
Oh,
Kidding me?
I was just about. You have advantage.
Advantage, inspiration.
Give inspiration.
I'm not gonna waste it on that.
Okay.
And push him down a mine shaft.
I was about to compliment your golden dice, looking really cool,
Then you had to pull it.
and then you roll an L1. You gotta make them platinum.
You know what that? No, you know what that means.
All right, this is going to be
Real
really
quick.
odd, Victor. I'm going to pull you onto the map, but it's not really much of a map.
You lost him as far as I'm concerned. We might
But
still.
I'm pulling you on there just for the sake of being able to judge this
Yeah,
combat.
the target stuff and all that.
So you see, give me a history check too, by the way.
Big buzz. Fuck.
Hey, what do you
There we
know?
go.
There you go.
So you realize as you start forward, about the same time you see them and they see you, you realize you're looking at 2 members of the cult of the Elder Worm.
Oh, these motherfuckers again.
Was that?
I'm like, these motherfuckers.
One of them was actually there at the battle of the orc village and was like, "Oh man, no, not this fucker again."
And verdict.
Yeah, where are you putting me on the map here?
But you had roll initiative because it was already tracking, so +5, so 6. All right. Let's see what our NPCs do here. Ouch. All right. So yeah, they immediately see you, and as they kind of look like stunned that they're seeing anybody at all to begin with, and then you see the lead guy, the one you think is the lead guy, looks down, sees the symbol of Belgrator, and immediately just goes like what the fuck? And he pulls his weapon out, charges at you.
Bulbasaur sends his regards.
So hang on a second here.
This is just the alley where we come to smoke on our break. What's happening?
George, who let him in here? What the fuck, man? Close the door.
The back way out.
Takes a swipe at you with a scimitar that he's got. Yeah. And this thing, basically, he goes to take a swing at it, and you don't even really get out of the way much, and the scimitar just clangs up against your armor.
Ew.
It's one of those things where like he like clang. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just, and he's just like, like, this is not gonna go well.
It must be Beskar. Victor's got Beskar armor.
No, he's just got normal.
Yeah, I just got regular plate.
Gotta get that adamantine.
Okay, well, this fucking sword's made of peanut butter. I don't know. That's not doing it.
You rolled a 3.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Make the jelly, Victor, out of his head.
Second guy kind of watches his friend follow suit. It's like, he like manages to throw the shield up in the way, catch the blow right on your shield. And that brings us to you, sir.
Where am I at on this map?
Hold on a second. Let's drag you on here. We'll drag them on here. And I gotta give you a little bit of light. I don't think your token has light on it.
No lights. This light's in the shade.
Yes.
Is he Superman?
Oh, is he dancer? Hey, man.
Everyone.
It's more like the map. I'm not sure why you're not seeing. It should be in your. That would be why.
I mean, am I on the right map?
It didn't update your token on the page. There you go. There you are, sir.
Which one's Victor?
Where am I at?
Gotta be, yeah.
Can you see that now, or? Oh, you know what? Never mind.
With the cat eyes.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Oh.
The map is not to scale.
Oh, you don't say.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the first guy with Sanction, and I get a second attack because I have extra attack finally. Which is pretty
Well, you've been leveling up with this.
All right.
Oh, damn.
This is going to be quick.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you reach back with Sanction, and just the bluish light that it gets streaks forward, and you just mash this guy's. The hammer just mashes into this guy's head, and you hear this sickening thud, and then the guy drops to the ground.
I'm going to rinse repeat on his buddy.
Do you have improved Divine Smite yet?
I don't think improved Divine Smite exists.
Wow, chop chop.
Yeah, it does. At level 11 as a paladin.
Oh, I'm not 11 as Paladin yet.
Okay. That's what I was just wondering.
He's doing good enough already.
I want more!
Up his ass.
I want more! That's freaking dope!
And then you after you pulping this guy, the first guy's head, you just bring the hammer to the side and crush the head of the hammer in the guy's chest, and you hear the ribs crack, and he kind of as he coughs up a gout of blood and then falls to the ground.
He probably needs those ribs.
But both of them are wearing tunics that have the coat of arms of the cult of the Elder Worm on them.
I'm going to be like, what have these got? what has Gregamel gotten the fucking party in?
What's the goddamn Gregamel again? This is horse shit.
No, I love it because he's gonna
Because
find
it's
out.
always Gregamel. It's always Gregamel.
But you're gonna find out it's actually Arvan this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gregamel convinced everybody to go get Arvesh's mom.
Yeah, you knew it was.
I am so fucking greedy.
Dragamel.
So, and Victor, you hear. Give me a perception check again.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow, first night back and already racking up 2 Malort shots. Okay.
I am not taking the Lord. I will drink 2 shots right here, right now. I am not taking the Lord.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
I guess I'm going to continue forward.
Are you doing anything with the bodies, or?
I mean, I guess I'm going to check the bodies to see if maybe they might have some kind of like paperwork or map or anything.
Paperwork? What are you looking for? Projects?
Information.
I
I want somebody that has papers, please. Yeah, papers.
What?
I'm looking for like any kind of documentation or map that they might have. You know, something that might show a reason why they might be here or how they got here.
So the one guy has like a really crudely drawn map that shows you several tunnels that branch out. I mean, it's really crude. It's not, you can tell just judging by the size of it and the way it's drawn that it's not to any kind of scale, but it's drawn so that whoever has it could probably find their way around. You know, like if they got lost, they could trace their way back to where they came from.
Okay, I mean, I'll take it, try and use the Binding Stone combined with this to maybe see where I'm supposed to go.
Give me an investigation check, please. Hey!
19.
Yes.
19.
So, I was expecting disaster on that one, to be honest with you. So you kind of make out like where you are on this map. Because he's got like this. He's got an area that's got a crude circle with some wavy lines on it. You're thinking that that's probably the area you're in with this lake.
Yeah.
And you can see he's got lines drawn that lead back to a larger kind of central area.
Is that kind of the direction that the Sending Stone is telling, like, kind of beeping at me for?
It's so you're kind of you're orienting the map, and you set the map up, and the Sending Stone is taking you in that direction, but it's in that direction, but up.
Okay, I'll head that direction, and on the way through there, maybe see if I can find stairs or something, some way to get up, like, or evidence of like a higher floor, I'll say.
All right, so the broken walkway leads off in one of the directions, and you see that there is there's a gap there that has some hastily placed boards across it.
Okay.
So you can see this is where these guys crossed over that break.
Okay, I'm going to very carefully make my way across.
Okay, give me an athletics check with advantage, please.
What is that?
I might be lucky.
All right. So you manage your way across. It leads to a door that appears. Give me. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Give me another history check, please.
Oh, we can do brute force this one.
Ashes his head in.
Wow.
Okay.
Going hot.
You realize that when you see this, it looks like a very old portcullis. However, the stonework, the ironwork on the portcullis itself remind you of a lot of the stonework and ironwork that you saw when you were a guest of the dwarves.
Okay.
So if you had to guess at this point, you would think that this complex that you're in is of dwarven nature.
Okay.
Because you see, I mean, as you get closer, you can see that the stonework is almost seamless, where you would expect to see gaps, the work, the sculpting, the sculpting that's done is, I mean, you have to look hard at these sculptures to even find what looks like a chisel or a file mark. It almost looks like the stone itself was just shaped rather than marked. You push your way past that portcullis, and this takes you into an area where you for sure think this had to have been some kind of market. It is just, I mean, it's falling to the ravages of time, where you see stone falling, you see the big market area where you would have expected, as you saw in the dwarven city that you were in, where there were carts, where there were buildings built, where there were alleys, where there were thoroughfares and walkways. They are just destroyed and broken to a point that as you're traveling along, you find it. You see what looks like the remnants of what could possibly have been lifts to get you from one area to another. And I need you to make a perception check, please. Wow. All right. And on the side of one of these lifts, the lift area, you find, as you're walking, as you kind of walk by and looking, you find a piece of stone that's there, and you manage to catch just the slightest discoloration in the stone that just seems off to you, and you find that there is a secret door hidden there.
Secret tunnel.
And I need you to give me an investigation check, please.
No, not really.
Yeah. So you find the secret door, but you're unable to find any mechanism to open it at this point in time.
Okay. I
Your
mean,
head mechanism.
I would keep looking, honestly.
Okay. You can take 10 or 20.
You can take 20. It'll still be a 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If I can take 20, I'm gonna take 20.
Oh, dude.
What?
Nothing. You're doing terrific.
You got this, bud.
So you take 20?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you allow me to take 20, I'm gonna fucking take 20.
All right. So you eventually find the catch that it's cleverly disguised along some of the carving. There's like a mouth that's open, and you find the catch is actually at the back of the tongue of one of these things. And it opens, and then where you saw that thin line kind of slides to the side, and you see a stairway leading up.
Up we go. I mean, is the stone kind of telling me, or like if I go up it a little bit, the stone is like, okay, this is a little bit closer.
Difficult to tell. I mean, you're definitely headed in the right direction, but it doesn't really give you a distance.
Okay, that's fine. All right, then I'm gonna go up the stairs.
All right. Give me a perception check again, please. All right. So as you're climbing these stairs and going up to kind of where the next level would be, you start to hear sounds that, while they're not mining exactly, you can still hear the clink of metal on rock.
Okay. Is there a light?
What's that?
Is there a light up ahead or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down sanction to like low light enough where
Okay.
I can see, but not give away my position maybe too early.
Okay. Now we're gonna change gears again. Dear Astra.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. So you've got Arvash's mom.
I sure do. Bad.
You sure do. And you're traveling up this long tunnel that you guys came. You don't. And what, Petra? You're just going pell-mell down this.
Yeah, unless I get the impression that this giant isn't chasing me anymore. But I don't know how I'm.
Perception.
Yeah, because you realize that the other problem is you're rapidly running out of light.
That's right. Yeah. So I had dark vision for like an hour or something. Okay.
Wow,
Oh. All right. Stop. Listen. I hear anything.
If you're asking about footsteps in
Yeah.
particular,
Footsteps.
give me a perception check, please.
What do I receive? Dirty 20.
Okay. You do not hear any footsteps coming down the hallway.
Okay. Well, okay, so I stop and I lean against the wall and gonna get out my dream catcher my brother gave me, and I'm going to cast Healing Spirit on the ground around me. Big circle, and it's got it looks kind of like just like a dream catcher on the ground. Basically, boats, light, and strands of light stuff.
Dear Astra, how far up the tunnel are you going?
I was gonna go until either I saw like allies, like people I recognized, or until I thought I found a spot that she would be safe in.
Okay. So you travel most of the way back to the where the giant's lair was.
Mhm.
When you see that there's the branch of the tunnel, and 300 feet. And then beyond that, you see a figure. It's give me a perception check, please.
8.
Okay. So you see a figure. You're not entirely sure who it is, but it is definitely not giant sized.
Okay, that's good.
And you see an odd looking pattern on it. I'm imagining it's magic. It glows. So
Yeah, it's kind of a bluish, whitish.
okay. And you see the person seems to be sitting inside of a circle that is a blue and white dream catcher kind of configuration.
Okay. I don't know that she can do that, but I do know that the only things I've seen cast in here, aside from like what I think like the Oni, which I think would be obvious at like
Right.
difference, the only people I've seen cast things are like us. So
Right.
I would default to assuming that that's our team. So my question would be, will she leave etherealness when I set her down because she's no longer a part of me, or will she stay ethereal until I end the spell?
If you drop her on the ethereal plane, she's going to stay there unless you
Take her out.
Yeah, I mean it's you brought her into the ethereal plane. You need to take her out.
Okay.
Take your trash with you.
Garbage. Has she?
Your mom.
I called her a hag. What do you want from me?
Fair enough.
If I asked her, would she say if she knew any of the people? I obviously don't know how long she's been apart from Arvash. Like, I don't know how long they've been separated or any of that story. So if I asked her if she would recognize the people he traveled with, would she have any idea?
I wouldn't be sure of any of Arvash's friends. I haven't seen him for 20 years.
Oh, it's been a while. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. So here's the deal. I'm about 55% sure that circle there is around someone we like. And I would like to set you down and have you go over there so I can go back and try to get your son out of the mess I left him in. But I don't want you to get killed by anything. So what would you like? What do you feel comfortable with?
How sure are you that that's a friend?
55%. The only thing I seen cast magic in here was an Oni, which isn't that, and us. And that circle looks pretty magical to me.
Do you think it's worth the risk?
I think the only way I can get you out of here risk-free is if I spend all 8 hours of this spell carrying you as far as I can. But I don't think you want me to leave your son in the basement.
Well, no, I certainly don't want you to leave Arvash.
I'll tell you what, we'll bring you in a little closer. If it's people I recognize, are you all right staying with them? Will I go back?
You'll make introductions.
Sure, yes, of course, if that helps. I've admittedly known them roughly like
A day.
half as long as I've known you, or twice as long as I've known you. So, we're not best friends with anyone, but I know their names. I can do that.
Okay. You even tried to kill each other.
I guess that's best for it if you're able to go back and get Arvash out of that mess.
Yeah. Yes, I believe that I can do that.
You see she kind of... All right, then.
All right, we'll go a little closer. I'll check. If it's them, you should be in good hands. And I would like to get closer just until I get some like positive ID, right? If it's her
Yeah, I mean,
bow or her,
that
you
was-
know.
Like at the very extent of your dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like within 100 feet and you can tell that it's Petra.
Okay. So what I would like to do is I would like to set her down. I would like to tell her to walk over there, and then when she's close enough, I'm gonna drop the spell. So she's there. Like, so she doesn't have to, so she can go, I can stay back and start heading back sooner. And then I'll kind of call out like, found her! Petra, take care of that one, please.
Okay.
That way I've done an introduction, I've told them what's going on, it's very efficient.
What? What?
Obligation fulfilled.
Okay.
Check!
Into my spirit.
I am an adventurer.
About 4 or 5 rounds.
It's 1d6 per round, yeah. It's like 10 in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Wow.
I needed this. Okay.
23.
23. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Seconds.
one.
Oh, back to go.
9 plus 23 is
32.
no
9.
plus 33.
40.
23.
23.
32.
32. Okay. Nice. Okay.
I was like, I could do 9 math.
9.
Because I had high in my
How much did you get that?
20.
20.
I know my 9s. Rest of the numbers, yeah, screw it.
Nice.
All right. So, yeah, you suddenly hear Therastra's voice out of nowhere. And then you look that direction and you see somebody that is decidedly not Therastra.
Hello. Who are you?
Therastra's going to make introductions.
That's the mom.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Giving Danny my inspiration for the round.
It's echoing up the thing.
That's the mom.
Well, bye.
Not that's not Arvash's mom. That's it. That's the mom.
The mom.
Prerequisites have been met.
Oh my goodness. I get like to the edge of the circle and I'm like, wait, I'm pretty messed up. I need to stand in here for a little while more. And then we'll get you out of here. Where's?
Is she still bleeding? She got whapped on the face or not?
Oh yeah.
She's got a bruise. So
You're welcome to come on in here. The dream catcher's fine. If you're hurt or anything, pretty nice. Magic. It kind of feels like a nice cool breeze on your skin. But
So you step out, she steps in.
it smells like violets.
Aw.
My brother's favorite flower. What should I say? It smells like violets.
All right. And before we actually start anything new at this point,
Oh,
we'll call it a night.
oh no.
It is 11:45 right now.
Yeah.
Which would be a good point to end. Anything we get into after this point is going to take some doing.
I mean, you mean leaving Arvash and Gaia, it's 2 giants, an Oni, and a whole horde of people, right?
I don't know. Greg was just gonna hoover up as much of that gold as he wants. That's pretty quick. We can do that in like 2 seconds. How much gold?
Thirastra heard, just get my mom out, alright?
Yes, after you definitely initiated something there.
I I made no aggressive moves towards those guys. I only made your mom go invisible and take her to a different plane of existence. There was no aggression in there whatsoever.
And it's definitely what they wanted
Fair
to.
point. Doesn't mean they're going to be any less pissed off. But
No, but I want it known.
Bingo.
Any aggression did not start with your Astra.
Oh damn! You're going to end with it though.
so
It go end.
what you're saying is, don't pick on me. I didn't do anything bad.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
School ground rules. They'll respect.
All right, let's give away that artwork.
And if I finish up the healing spirit, forget that. I got 19 more on there.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll them for. I guess if she,
Is she staying in it,
If
or is she
she-
doing the cha-cha?
if we're doing the cha-cha together in the circle,
It only takes her like a couple of times to heal it. Like what's that?
If you guys both put a foot in, can you each get like half?
you put your right.
No, you have to do this little shuffle. We do a conga line where you step in,
Yep.
step out, step in, step out.
Mix and shuffle.
Yeah, we got really good at it.
And then, Dreamcatcher, well, I don't know, maybe it's still there when we're all healed up and stuff. I know she doesn't know me, but I'm gonna give her a big hug and say, we've been looking for you for so long.
And she sees the Dragonborn start to come at her.
It's okay, I'm adopted.
What?
I grew up with humans. I don't know if that'll make you feel any better, but it does for some people.
You can see she's a little stunned. She's trying to process. It's like not what you would expect to hear. So it kind of takes her off guard. So it's one of those moments where it's like, you can tell she's just kind of that little bit of short circuit where she's not sure exactly what to say or what to do at that point, and you give her a hug, and she's just like, okay.
Okay, so the roster's gonna get your son. I'm gonna get you out. A friend of mine is skulking around here somewhere. We'll find him.
Okay.
That's my default.
That's your default setting.
Don't worry about your son. He's strong.
He took his bark.
Arnie is strong.
She did not call me Furby.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been learning so much about like the world and nature and everything, and it's all to find you. So
I just remembered running around shitting on the dog and shitting on the carpet.
he knows how to take care of himself. He's really
That's-
strong. You gotta
that's
get
good to hear.
right. Okay, let's go. You might have to help me because I can't see shit. I mean, I can't see anything.
Sorry, I gotta watch my language, Raji. Suddenly,
There's something wrong.
It's for someone's mom.
All right. So we will end there. We have that.
we have the
Art giveaway
giveaway.
here.
All right, so we can close the giveaway. We have Lockman Prime, Brandito Burrito, and Ryuzaki all entered for the giveaway. So we will be closing that up and picking a winner. Boop. And boop. Brandito!
What happened?
The last night.
At 2%. Did it again.
Okay, well, I believe we already have a chat going. So, go ahead and let me know what you want. If you want it to be artist's choice, or if you have something specific in mind.
Like,
We're gonna be sending Brandito.
I know it's gonna get some huge care package.
I would say we're gonna have we gotta get that done so I can at least get it out. Otherwise, he's just gonna never go out because it's always gonna keep having more added to it. We'll get
Yeah.
that out.
You're just gonna have to make a special trip. Just be a courier. Get all over.
Just ask for more if he has to get a whole wall of her.
I did one of them in the nude, but that's for me. It's the office quote.
I mean, the Fiasco is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah, that
That was a really good drawing.
really neat.
really,
I'm biased, but I think it was really well done.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking with us through all of the weird technical issues that we had. I know it's become kind of a running joke with us that it's not a normal Loaded Dice Adventures. We don't have some kind of a technical adventure, but I'd really like to have one where we don't. We've hopefully got some tech help on the way. So my father-in-law donated some equipment that hopefully that will help us with some of the some of the load that we're pulling on all of our various pieces of computer equipment here. So thanks again for bearing with us. Thanks for allowing us to entertain you with this. With Dungeons and Dragons, we have a great time. We have a great time entertaining you with it. As we always say, with everything the way it is around right now, with everything so unsure, just make sure you take care of yourselves and stay healthy. Above everything else, just be good humans to one another. And we will see you again, well, if not Wednesday, with Corsairs, we will see you again back here Monday night at 7:30 p.m.
Sharp.
Central.
Central.
So beyond that, be good humans to one another, and we will see you then. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, Victor.